I'll do one more and then I'll let you fly solo for a bit. So boat leaves dock in the direction east 40 degrees south for 3 miles. It then turns and heads east 80 degrees north for 5 miles. Determine the direct distance from the dock to the boat's current position. So again, I'm going to make a little sketch on the side here. East 40 south, which way are you going? Like this is your compass rose, right? North, south, west, east. East 40 south, you're going this direction. And then it's east 40 north, you're going to go this direction, right? So it's going to be something like this, right? So you kind of expect that. So I'm going to start my interpretation here. I'm going to make my compass rose. It's very important to have it because when you're transferring angles, it's much easier to do when these are visible. And don't just make them small, extend them, okay? Here we go. So we're going to start here. We're leaving the dock. We're going to go east 40 south. So this is east. We're going to go 40 degrees south, which is right about there, close to the 45 mark. We're going for 3 miles. So this should get 3 miles attached to it. Then we turn and we go east 80 north. Okay? So I'm going to make another compass rose from that direction. I'm going to make sure that these dashed lines are parallel. Okay? Now I'm going to go this way. I'm going to make sure that my east-west line is also parallel to this one. Oh, I forgot my 40, sorry. You got to make sure you get the 40 in the right spot. Okay, it's right there. Now we're going east 80 north. We're going 80 degrees north. So this is 45. This is 90. 80 is probably more like this. And it's 5 miles. So I'm going to go past. I'm going to go like this. 5 miles. Where does the 80 go? It says east 80 north, right? So it goes here. This is where the 80 degree would be placed if you want to do this correctly. And now we're going to close it. I'm going to use a red, maybe a red pen is better for this part. Okay, you're going to close it like this. And it actually, this is the current position. This is the turn. This is current. So dock, turn, and then current position. So we want to know this distance here. The 40 is not part of the triangle, correct? The 40 is not. It's with respect to the east. The 80 is definitely not inside the triangle, so we can't do anything as of yet. This 40, where does that go? It's parallel to, right? This line is parallel to that line. So I'm going to bring the 40. This 40 comes in here like this. Wait a minute, Mr. Erickson, outside the triangle, how is that going to help me? It does help you, just wait and see. You'll see it. Again, we've got a straight angle. So we can find out what this is. In fact, you could have done this. 90 minus 80, that's 10 right there, if you wanted to. And then 90 minus 40 is 50. And if you combine them, you get 60, right? So it's up to you how you want to do it. You want to split it into two smaller angles, then combine? Or do you just want to use the straight angle? It's up to you how you want to do it. And now you make your clean triangle. Okay. So I'm going to try to copy that same angle. Right? Over here. And then like this. Put side letters everywhere. This is what you want to know. This is the 60 degree. This is 3 miles, 5 miles. And voila, you've got an SAS again. Okay. if you solve that, you should be getting, I'll just give you the answer here, and you probably notice that I'm focusing in on sketching these things, because that's the hardest part, trust me. That's the hardest part. The solving, most of you've got that down. I do still want you to practice that, don't get me wrong, but the lesson is heavier on how do you go from text to interpretation to clean. Okay. B, we're going to leave that for now. I might come back to it later. So what I want you to work on, and I'm giving you a little bit of an aid on this one. Okay. If you go to 64, so I want you to work through pages 64 to 65. That is with help. Once you feel like I got this, I don't need to help anymore, I want you to try page 68. Okay, so I'm going to write this down actually. Page 68, no help. That's taking it to the next level. Okay, it's just a word problem. I don't give you any hints there. So if you want to look at page 64, I want you to do this. Please don't just take this right now as is. I want you to read the question and see if this diagram makes sense to you. See the pattern, like what's happening here. Then I want you to use alternate interior angles to bring angles over as needed. Then I want you to do a clean triangle. So read, see if it makes sense, flood it with angles if you can, then come up with your clean triangle and solve.
In order to do, please go back to room 30. To do, please go to room 30.
So this is our ultimate goal, right? To answer the question. So I want you to get to the solution, but I want you to also do the diagram and everything. So I'll give you the answers to the first couple, okay? So if you want to write this down, here you're supposed to get 2.41 miles. I will post the answer key, of course. This one is a lot more work, I'm telling you that already, but ultimately the answer is 33.12 kilometers. I think this is good for now. The rest I will just post a key and then you go check that to see how it goes, okay? I'll be here to support you, but make sure you do this, right? You're the first group, I think, that gets this. It used to be like, hey, you start from scratch, but now I want you to first read and get comfortable with it. Then you're gonna go without aid, okay? All right.